American buffalo, also known as the American bison, is the largest mammal on this continent. It's a symbol of the American West and of American roaming. The herds were always moving, migrating with the seasons, and this is why the tribes that hunted them became nomadic. Bison are now restricted to a few national parks and a growing number of private ranches like this one. 60 million is the accepted number for how many bison used to roam the West.
60
and
million.
they were wiped out in less than 20 years by hide hunters,
in 20,
thereby depriving the Plains Indians of a livelihood. And then those 60 million bison, which were reduced to, I think, less than 2,000 animals, were replaced by 50 million cattle. And some people in the West now think that the whole thing was basically a mistake, that cattle are not nearly as well suited to this environment as the bison. These guys can give birth without the assistance of vets. They have good immunity to the various diseases that are endemic here. They can make it through the winter without supplemental feed. They can survive the 40 below storms. You see they have these big head and shoulders. And they just, when the blizzards come, they just face them straight on like this, whereas cows kind of turn tail and it gets too cold, the cattle die. They're perfectly adapted to this environment. They've evolved out here. Now we're starting to see them come back, mainly because the meat is so good. It's low fat, high protein, extremely tasty red meat.
cooking bison.
In the 3 weeks since I last saw him, Ted the Wall Street refugee has driven down to Mexico and back.
Look at that.
He's been to New York and all over Idaho, Wyoming, and Utah. He's had transitory relationships with a number of different women. Now he's come to meet me at a remote campground in the high desert of western Colorado, and he's brought some buffalo steaks.
So good.
Oh, man.
This is good living, huh?
Oh, man. These are really good. What do your family think of you, wondering?